Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started.
And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Warren.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steelers.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Rodgers to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want, because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his 3rd season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 23.
On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to find that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Play action this time with Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
First down, Green Bay.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And he's going to be stepped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
A gain of 2.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Well, not exactly the way that they drew it up, partner, but certainly not going to complain because the end result, touchdown.
A great outcome for the offensive side, but a crushing play defensively. You make a quick stop, force a fumble, only to see them take the fumble all the way in for 6 points. Now the challenge becomes not getting down and going out and continuing to make plays and hoping the ball bounces your way the next time.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Steelers 3.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Now Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a 2nd and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On the sneak, Rodgers.
And he will have a Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Miller. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Rodgers' pass intended for...
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. Jaden Reed is deep for Green Bay.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Love now. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Love looking to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
First down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Play fake. Here's Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing. Love. That's taken in by Golden. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
On fourth down, the Packers called on Daniel Whelan to punt. Deep to return is Scotty Miller. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Metcalf motions left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this is going to be a Steelers 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. Oh, look at the juke. Flashes another juke. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. It's brought in by Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
And this is where play action can be so effective. Your running game's been the driving force on this possession, so as a defense, you start shifting your focus towards stopping the run. But if an offensive coordinator sees that, he can take advantage, and they get good yardage there.
Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jonnu Smith from 3 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to move back in front.
No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. Off the play fake, Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Love. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Derek Harmon showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
To throw now. Here's Love. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
that's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on third down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
Here's Daniel Whelan now.
Formation for the Packers.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's fielded at the 34. A punt of 46, a return of 5.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On play action, now Rodgers. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Scott Miller. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Rodgers. Going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10.
At their own 15. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Love.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love, they go play action now.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a give, running left is Wilson. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Love. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
In motion, the tight end. Love from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Daniel wheeling on now to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Dances by at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
80 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
34 yards the gain that time, another first down.
There was a great article in the paper yesterday about how he likes to run angry. Plays like that, you can feel it, can't you?
As long as he doesn't drive angry, we're okay. Because when he's on the field, that anger works for him. It fuels him, it powers him, and the end result runs like that.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll run it, Warren.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And we'll get this one down to about the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out, They had to force the field goal.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. And that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll run again with Wilson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Now 2nd and 5.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rodgers again now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Now Rodgers.
Throwing quickly to Wilson.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Going right back to Wilson. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the 24-yard line.
Second down and 3. To throw is Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So halftime now here on Sunday night primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hanson in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down, Green Bay.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Love now. That's complete to Dobbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First down, Packers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Love. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
On the give, it's Warren. 136 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd and 4.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now it's Rodgers.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A nice pickup of 23 on the third down conversion.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf from 10 yards out. And the Steelers had 6 to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And he will get into the end zone to bunt the lead up to 3 scores.
Steelers 24, Packers 7.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 49 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing. Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Here's Warren.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
154 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now a run with Warren. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Rodgers with a keeper.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another 1st down.
On the run, it's Warren.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Micah Parsons
In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line. On play action, Love to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Over the middle, he's got Golden. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Play fake. Here's Love. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the 2nd half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Running left, it's Warren. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Rodgers now to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love.
Got Dobbs over the middle.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Packers.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
He was brought down at the 40.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now Love.
That's taken in by Golden.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Wilson.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Jacobs is in. Touchdown, Packers. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he's been the focal point of this offense. And when you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably add that the offensive line play has also been stellar. And that's definitely been the case here.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Got his man. It's Warren.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be second in a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as they'll take this up to the 38-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
The visitors' offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Love from the gun. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He is just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Working out of the gun. Love. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down at a yard.
Love. Same target. It's Jacobs again. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Here's Love. That's taken in by Kraft. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
1st and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. And he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Love looking to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Matthew Golden
From 8 yards out.
And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Handoff for Warren. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The 47-yard line.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. A solid stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And they will take a knee here. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.